Well, welcome back to Mr. SBN Radio for the Championship Day. I'm your host, Mr. S, and I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Wilder.
Mr. S, I can barely hear you. The crowd is going crazy. I knew there would be excitement, but I could have never anticipated anything like this.
But how can you not be excited for the matchup that we have today? We have Abraham Lincoln versus Martin Luther King Jr.
We started with 32 of the most influential American citizens, and we've narrowed it down to 2. This is a very intriguing matchup. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln, he was the president during the Civil War. He created the Emancipation Proclamation. He's probably most well known for his reconciliation plan. All right, after the North won in the Civil War, our country wasn't fixed. We had to bring the country together. And Abraham Lincoln wanted to bring the South back into the North and not punish them. He just wanted to move on as one country. And I'm afraid to say that if it wasn't for Abraham Lincoln's plan, who knows where our country would be today.
Oh, well, that's true. But on the other side, you have Martin Luther King Jr., the iconic leader of the Civil Rights era. Okay, because of his leading in that movement, we have the Civil Rights Act passed, we have the Voting Rights passed, and now, because of the Declaration, all men are created equal, because of Martin Luther King Jr., all men are created equal. His famous, iconic "I Have a Dream" speech where 250,000 people.
I didn't know it was that many. It's about as many people as we have here today.
Almost, it's close. But the most important thing about Martin Luther King, I think, is that he wanted passive, peaceful resistance, peaceful change, that the people can make change. Okay, but we don't need to go to violence. We want peaceful change. And it's his legacy that has led to the equality that we have today. So I'm really not sure how this one's going to play out.
This one could go either way, Mr. S. We need more information.
We do. It just so happens that we have some. Why don't we see the X's and O's behind these 2 important men?
All right, today we have an excellent matchup between Abraham Lincoln and Martin Luther King Jr. All right. So let's look at the offense for Martin Luther King. As you can see, he's got all the support back here. There's thousands of people here. He's got the 1,000 down this side, the 1,000 down this side. He's even got so much support, there'd be 1,000 here if it weren't for the water. So he's got all the support here, but let's take a look at the strategy that Abe Lincoln's gonna have. We look here, so recognizable. You see the hat, everyone knows it. It's a crowd favorite. You look out in the crowd, you'll see fans wearing it all day. Look at this. This right here could have been the United States of America, but because of this man, he brought the crowd over here and brought them in. He brought the South, who tried to run this way, he brought them back here with the lateral right there. He solely took this nation and brought it all into one. USA.
Well, thanks, Coach, for that excellent breakdown. But I don't know about you, Mr. Wilder. There was so much information for each one, it still can't make a decision.
Coach, he had some good strategies that Martin Luther King was using, but then he had some good strategies that Abraham Lincoln was using. I am no closer to making my decision than before he started talking.
No, looking at that, you saw Martin Luther King's offense there going up against Abraham Lincoln's defense. I'm just not sure how this one's going to turn out.
Maybe we need to talk to some of the teachers and staff at James Madison Middle School and see what they think to help us with our decision.
That's a great idea, Mr. Wilder. Let's go to the staff.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. 'Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there. they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Yeah, I've got the rule book right here. I'm looking it up right now. Let me see about that tie situation. Hang on, let me look. Yeah, it says absolutely no ties. You can't end in any ties. So we have to have a decision.
Tie, but I am going to do the tiebreaker.
Well, as you can see from those clips, everyone's having a difficult decision with this. I know Martin Luther King eked it out just a little bit, but I think that's in that margin of error.
I mean, some of the teachers said Abraham Lincoln, some said Martin Luther King Jr. Still, I don't know who I'm going to go with. Is there anybody out there who can help us with our decision?
Mr. Wilder, I think we're going to have to send this one to the students.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there.